When it comes to rock and roll scenes around the world, China likely isn't the first that comes to mind. Those who are aware of the scene view Beijing as the one sign of fecundity where bands and fans are starting to sprout. Recently, an eclectic group of people have attempted to spread the movement into Greater China. Qingdao is one of those places, but it hasn't been easy. Imagine a city of 7 million, and this is the only rock show in a month. In the spring of 2008, the publishing company Red Star invited Qingdao's one original rock band, a foreign group named the Dalai Lamas, and a band from England called Playmaker, to rock together first in Beijing and then with Beijing bands in Qingdao, in the bold hope to establish a rock and roll beachhead beyond the capital. As rock and roll often does, it got wild, and from the first night, some wondered if Qingdao and Beijing could really play together. Hey, what were you guys talking about right there in that group right there?
The burgeoning of rock and roll in Beijing.
Out of that conversation, what came about?
Well, these guys are trying to start a revolution, but the one thing they lack is soul power.
Who's that?
They have no soul.
Who? These guys? You were talking to? Is that what they said, or is that what you sensed?
That's my take.
Ouch.
There's a certain energy here, which is unique to tonight.
Okay.
Usually it's a little bit more
Subdued?
not subdued, just different. It's unique. Every night's unique. I think it's the 20 happy Qingdao people.
Oh, is that what it is?
That's it. They bust in a group of people who are not from Beijing. I think that has a lot to do with it.
And so it just changed the vibe.
Yeah, they're excited.
Yeah.
And that 20 people can
Move.
change a rock show. Yeah, of course.
Right.
20 excited people.
All right.
Totally.
So, like, if it was a normal show and stuff, you'd have a lot more people just kind of sit and watch, kind of a bar.
No one sits. I mean, it's still a rock show.
But they more
Self-respect. They have self-respect.
They have lighters, maybe.
No, not lighters.
There's no lighters.
Just more subdued.
Swaying.
More subdued.
Swaying.
No.
Swaying, not jumping, kind of a thing.
It's still a rock show. Beijing is not unfamiliar to rock and roll.
Oh no.
Too much Beijing.
What happened to your face?
It was dark. And I thought the bed was there, so I jumped to go to sleep.
And there's the floor.
One step over.
I spoke with Pierre, who manages Yugong Yishan, one of the top rock and roll venues in Beijing, to get a better perspective of what the music scene in the capital is all about.
Yeah, Beijing, it's powerful for the music, and it's very eclectic. We have many rock and roll, electric, jazz, pop band, and we have a really attractive culture in Beijing, and Chinese. We speak about Chinese music since 2 years now. There is a new generation for the music in Beijing, and 60% of the programmation is Chinese band, and we have 40% from foreign band, Europe, USA, Australia, Japan.
What's the challenge?
It's a challenge. It's to have 500 people for each concert. It's a big town. Beijing, we have 13 million people, and it's difficult to have 400 people in this kind of venue. My target is this: it's to motivate people to come to see music, because Chinese people like music and foreign too, but it's difficult to bring the people inside. It's really difficult. I don't know why, and we try to find the solution.
A solution is exactly what the folks in Qingdao are trying to find as well, and they have it even tougher. After Beijing, the Dalai Lamas and Playmaker, along with Beijing bands, reconvened to make a scene at the second annual Qingdao Max Rock and Roll Festival.
We're going to La Villa for an after one-session party at La Villa. We don't particularly want to...
Fucking awesome, man!
So let's go to La Villa.
How do you feel? Good show? Great. Look at the crowd, man. How's it feel compared to last year? Yeah, much better. I enjoyed it more.
It's great because we come over here and in England there's only a small percentage of the bands at the top that are actually making it. The rest they don't get anywhere.
Same in the US.
Yeah, and over here, you know, you come over here and we you headline at big places, you play shows, you feel like a king, right? We
King of the world.
It's great. And unfortunately, in England, you know, you just got to live with that and there's no money in it as well. Over here, it's great, it's good fun. And it gives you a real kick. There's no money in it, but it gives you a real kick. It's almost like going back 25, 30 years, go back to the 60s in England where music was new, everyone would go in a concert hall and sit there with a really crap PA and the Beatles would come on, or the Kinks or the Who, and smash the guitar in, and they go, oh my god, you know, and that's what it's like here.
You're trying to build rock and roll, but I wish they could do it themselves.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, because we can't do it. And I'm also surprised at the bands from Beijing. The bands from Beijing are awesome.
No, they're very good.